So like I said in the intro video to Jam, I thought that you guys would enjoy using this for your pre-writing for this week, which is all about persuasive writing. And in the content block on It's Learning, I gave you your topic. And what your topic is that Mr. Sprong wants to send our class on a field trip. And he wants us to decide where we're going. So what you need to do is next week, we're actually going to start writing, but this week we're just going to focus on pre-writing. But what your end goal is to write a persuasive letter to Mr. Sprong all about where you think that we should go on our field trip. And what I decided to do was I thought that we could do a Venn diagram comparing two places that you would want to go so that you can make an end decision about where our field trip should be. So I actually have a Venn diagram saved. So I'm going to select a picture from my device and I have it under downloads for Venn diagram. And then that will put up my image. And then I can write on there my two places that I'm thinking of going. So here I can make it bigger. Oops. Can make it bigger. Okay. So where I'm from, remember, I told you guys that I'm up from near Chicago. There are two places that we would go on field trips. And one of them was called Fair Oaks Farm. And that's a place where they have cows and they kind of teach you about how milk is made from the cows and how they carton it and how they sell it. So one of them, I'm going to write on here, is Fair Oaks Farm. Let me write over here, Fair Oaks. And then what I would do on this side of the bubble, this side right here, I would write the things that we would do on our field trip. So like I said, because I don't have a ton of time on these little videos, it only gives me 5 minutes, I'm going to tell you what I would put over there instead of writing it because that would take some more time. So some of the things that they would do is they would teach us how they would milk the cows, how they would carton the milk, how they sell it. You could see baby cows being born. There was like a place that you could go to see that. They had a museum. They had different dairy products that you could buy that they made, like cheese and milk and cream cheese, all this really good stuff. And then another place that we would go was called County Line Orchard. And I'll just write orchard. Orchard. And what we would do there is they had apple picking. So you would ride this really cool truck that had hay bales in the back, and you would go out to the fields and you could pick apples from these really tall trees, and you could take those home. They had a little tour where you could see how apple cider was made. They had really good donuts that they cooked that you could buy. You were able to do all these really, really cool stuff at both of these places. So when I talk about the things for Fair Oaks Farm, I would write them on this side of the circle. When I talk about the things for County Line Orchard, I would write those on this side of the circle. But I guarantee you that if you're comparing two places, they do have things in common. So I would put those things that they have in common in the middle right here. And some of the things that both of these places had was they had really yummy treats. So like County Line Orchard has donuts and apple cider, but Fair Oaks Farm has really good cheese and milk that you can buy. You were able to buy things and take them home, like donuts and milk and what have you. They both had really cool activities that you could do. Like at the County Line Orchard, they had like a slingshot contest with apples. They had if they had like a small petting zoo, you could go and like feed the animals. At Fair Oaks Farm, they had a museum that you could go to that had some interactive activities. So with your topic, you're going to pick two places that you need to decide where you think the best field trip would be, and then write what each of them has to compare them to see which one you can get more detail and talk more about, and then write the things that they have in common in the middle for your letter to Mr. Sprong.